Hello and welcome to Story Meadow, stories for car journeys, bedtime and any other quiet time. My name's Marion and I'll take you on an adventure and we're going to meet some amazing new friends. We might learn a new thing or two and we're going to share some brilliant ideas that you might want to play afterwards or talk about with friends or family. I really hope you enjoy the story. I started making up stories for my own children, Anna, Ben and Noah, and they love them so much, they asked me to share them with the world. So wherever you are, I hope you enjoy this, and I'd love to hear from you too. So if you do want to share where you are in the world or share about a special occasion like a birthday, I will do my best to give you a shout out on the podcast in the next episode possible. All you need to do is ask a parent or a grown-up to email in at info@storymeadow.co.uk and I'll do my best to read them and share them on the podcast. Okay, enough chatting. Let's get all cozy so we can relax into the story. Let's take a first big breath in through your nose and slowly back out through your mouth. And this time, put your hands out in front of you as if you were holding a lovely hot chocolate in your hands. You're going to breathe in the smell through your nose. Smell that lovely chocolate. And then blow out softly through your mouth to cool it back down. Lovely. Well done. I think it's time to start our story. Are you ready? Billy Bunny and Owl's Telescope. One day, Billy Bunny was walking through the forest when he spotted Mr. Mole. Now, Mr. Mole is the postman in the woods and he was struggling with a really, really big box. It was really heavy looking and it was so big Mr. Mole could hardly get his arms around it, so he was waddling from side to side and Billy could hear him saying, "Oh, oh, oh," as he was walking through the woods. "Good morning," said Billy. "Oh, good morning," said Mr. Mole. "Is that you, Billy?" "Yes, that's me. Do you need some help, Mr. Mole? That looks really very heavy." "Oh, yes, please," said Mr. Mole, and he popped the box down. "Oh, I have to go all the way to Owl's house. I don't know what she's ordered, but this is a really heavy, big box. I really wonder what's inside." Well, Billy is a very helpful bunny, so he got stuck in straight away. He held onto the box at one end, and Mole held on to the other end, and together they walked the big heavy box through the woods all the way to Owl's big tree. And when they got to the big tree, they saw that Owl was absolutely hopping with excitement. She was flapping from branch to branch. "Oh, it's for me! Oh, it's for me! This way, this way! Oh, I can't wait to open it!" And Billy and Mr. Mole couldn't wait for her to open it either because they were really wondering what was inside. Do you have any idea? Well, Owl shouted down to them, "It needs to come all the way up here, all the way to my balcony. Come up through the stairs. You can do it. Thank you, thank you." Well, Billy and Mr. Mole carried the box all the way up through the stairs, all the way up through the tree. It went up past the kitchen, past the living room, past the bedroom, and finally they got to the top where the balcony was. They took the box out to the balcony and Owl pecked at it and ripped it open as quickly as she could. "What is it?" said Billy. He could see all sorts of different metal tubes and parts and screws and something that needed to be put together. "Oh," said Owl, "it's so wonderful. It's so exciting. You're going to love it, Billy. This is a telescope, and it's a very, very powerful telescope. We'll be able to see the surface of the moon with it. You just look through it and it will show you things much, much closer up. And you'll be able to see the moon and you'll be able to see the stars. Oh, Billy, I'll even show you the planets through this. It will be amazing." Wow, well that sounded so cool and Billy's little nose twitched with excitement. "Let's get it together," he said. So they got the instructions out and they started to build it and Billy helped Owl to find the right screws and to put it together and get the poles in the right place, and it was quite tricky, but they managed it. Until at last there was only one tiny piece left. "What's this?" thought Billy. "We've done all of it. It's not in the instructions. I don't understand." And this was a little circle disc, a little bit of plastic, and Owl showed him just where it goes. Right on the end here, Billy, it clips on like this, and that keeps the telescope protected while we're not using it. You see, it covers up the end so it doesn't get scratched or dirty or damaged. "Oh, perfect," said Billy. "Well, let's look at the moon then." "Oh," said Owl. "Billy, look at the sky." It was still daytime, so of course there was no moon to see yet. "You have to come back later," said Owl. "Come back later with Mummy Bunny and Daddy Bunny, and I will let you have a look through my telescope. We'll look at the moon, we'll look at the stars, I'll show you the planets. It's going to be amazing. We just need to wait for dark." "Okay," said Billy, and he hopped on home, very excited to tell Mummy Bunny and Daddy Bunny about the new telescope. Well, of course, they were very excited too, and Mummy Bunny prepared some hot chocolate to bring with them, and they took some nice cozy blankets so that they could get all snuggled up and look through the telescope in the evening. They walked back together to Owl's house, and they set up the telescope with her. They watched her put it in place and turn it this way and that way, and then they got the blankets all cozy, they got the hot chocolate out, and Owl even showed them that she had made some mooncakes, so they shared some cakes as well, and they chatted until it was really nice and dark. "Right," said Owl. "I think it's time that you took a peek through the telescope, Billy. I think it's all set up. It's pointing in the right direction. Hopefully, you'll see the moon. Take a first look and tell me what you see." Well, Billy was very excited to be the first to look through the telescope properly. He stood up, he put his eye to the telescope, and he looked through it, and it was all dark. He couldn't see anything. He thought maybe he was doing it wrong, so he took his eye off and made sure his eye was open, just in case he'd blinked when he put his eye on. He thought maybe my eye was closed. So he kept it really wide open, and he put his eye on the telescope again, and it was all dark. "Oh. Just a second," said Billy, "I'm not finished." And he rubbed the telescope a little bit with his paw, and he looked one more time. "Isn't it beautiful?" said Owl. "Is it lovely? Can you see the moon?" Well, Billy Bunny didn't want to hurt her feelings, and he didn't want to tell her that the telescope must be broken. So he said, "Oh, yes, it's really lovely. Wow, I can see it all. I can see the lovely moon. Wow." And then he took a step back and sat down. "Oh, really?" said Owl. "Oh, it's so wonderful." And she looked at the moon in the sky, and she said, "Oh, I can't wait to look." And she put her eye in as well and had a little look, and she said, "Billy?" Yes," said Billy. "Billy, are you sure you saw the moon when you put your eye on the telescope?" "Oh, yes," said Billy. "It was lovely." Well, that made Owl start to giggle, and then she was really laughing. And Billy said, "What? What is it?" Owl said, "Billy, there's no way you saw the moon because it's pitch black in the telescope. Something is wrong. Something is—" And then Owl remembered they had clipped on the little bit to protect the lens at the other end of the telescope. They'd put the little cap on top. "Billy, we forgot to take the cap off." "Ah," said Billy. "Phew. I was so worried it was broken, Owl. I didn't want you to be disappointed, but yes, it's true. I didn't see anything. It was all pitch black, and I haven't seen any moon at all. Sorry." Well, Owl thought it was funny. She took the cap off and she said, "Right, try again, Billy. Have a look and tell me the truth this time. Tell me if you can see it." Okay, so this time Billy put his eye to the telescope and he had another look. And this time it was bright white, and he could see little holes on the moon and dips of grey, and he could actually see the surface of the moon, and he could imagine what it would be like to walk on it and hop on it and dance on it. "Wow," said Billy. "Owl, this is amazing. I can see the moon. I can actually see the moon. I can see the rocks on the moon. I can see the craters on the moon. It's beautiful." "You take a turn, Owl. Quick, you take a turn." Well, Owl took a turn too, and she loved it so much. Her wings were flapping with excitement, and she turned the telescope. She showed Billy the stars, she showed Billy the different planets, she showed Billy all the different things in the night sky, and he was absolutely amazed. And then, when they'd had a really good look, they sat down with their cozy blankets and they talked about the stars, and they looked at the stars without the telescope even, and Owl described to him all the different patterns they make, because actually in the night sky our stars are in patterns. They're called constellations, and the constellations make shapes in the sky, and lots of people, astronomers, have named these constellations, the patterns in the sky. And we have things in the sky called the Little Dipper, the Big Dipper, Orion's Belt, and so many different shapes to see. It's absolutely amazing. Well, Billy talked to Owl about it for a long time, and then they ended up actually falling asleep, all snuggled up on that balcony with all their blankets and warm things, and fell asleep under the stars. The end. I don't know if you've ever sat under the stars on the night sky. Maybe if you've been on a camping trip or just in your garden in an evening. Sometimes in our family, we just look out of our window and we try to spot Orion's Belt, which is super easy to spot. That's the easiest one, I think, because it's 3 stars and they're all in a line. So try and spot those stars. They go from top down. Tuk, tuk, tuk. 3 stars, and that's called Orion's Belt. It's really lovely. Maybe you'll spot some stars tonight. See you later. Bye.
Story Murder.